This is the original Apple AirTag, and this is the Gen 2 Apple AirTag. They look exactly the same, but they're not. I'll unbox a brand new 4-pack of the Gen 2 Apple AirTags, and I'll explain and test the two key differences. I'll answer the question, should you upgrade your existing Apple AirTags? And you gotta stick around to the end, because I think this is something that most AirTag owners don't truly understand, but you really have to if you're gonna use Apple's AirTags. Tech it before you wreck it. What's up, geeks? I'm Kirk. I'm digging deep into the brand new Gen 2 Apple AirTags, so let's open up that box. Here we go, guys. Your 4-pack of the new Apple AirTags, and it is very standard Apple packaging. It's got the pictures on the front. It says AirTag 4-pack. Flipping it over, it's what you'd expect on the back. Not much going on here, but I do want to point out something really important. If you're buying these, you want to make sure you're getting the newest model. Towards the bottom of the package, that's where it identifies that this is a second generation AirTag. Take a look right here above the barcode. It says AirTag second generation. Make sure you check for that. Ripping the strip and getting this box open, you open up the flap here. It's got a little pull tab to slide everything out that needs to come out. The skinniest instruction manual ever. Actually, this seems mostly like a bunch of legal jargon. You'll never read that. I certainly won't. Opening up the package, there you go. That's pretty cool. Displayed nicely here. You've got the 4 AirTags and a very simple instruction section on the left here telling you how to connect this to your iPhone. If you've never connected one of these, it is so easy, and I'll show you that process in just 1 second. But first, I do want to take a closer look at one of the AirTags. Okay, so this will look very familiar. Looks like an AirTag. It's got some plastic on the outside, protecting the shiny plastic coating here. And you do want to be careful. This plastic will actually activate the battery. So I want to get my scissors and make sure that we don't do that. So here we go. I'm just going to cut this paper plastic stuff so I don't pull the tab out before I want to do that, because I want to show you how it connects to your phone. Here it is, guys. You can see it looks just like the old one. On the left, you've got Generation 1. On the right, you've got Generation 2 side by side. You can't tell because they are identical on the back. Now, it is distinguishable, at least between the two I have, because the new AirTag actually says Find My in that inscription around the outside. The old one doesn't. Now, I'm not sure if some of the first generation AirTags actually do say this, but at least in my case, that's how I was able to tell the difference between the first generation and the second generation. But get out your Sharpie, put a dot on here or put a sticker on here, figure out a way to distinguish between the two because they are pretty much identical. Okay, let's activate. I'm going to pull this little tab here, which will turn the battery on the AirTag, and watch this, guys. My iPhone is sitting next to it, and within a matter of seconds, boom, the little AirTag animation pops up. Very cool looking. It's got a connect button. Simply hit that button to begin the connection process. Step 1 is naming the AirTag. It's got a whole bunch of kind of pre-set up names that you can use if you want, or you can add your own. I'm just going to call this Keys. It is going to attach this Apple AirTag to my Apple account. It's asking me if I want to do that, and for sure, I definitely want to do that, but they do have you agree to this first. This screen just gives you the lowdown of what you can do, precision finding, ping from your Apple Watch, and share your AirTag with other people in your family or an airline, for example. So I'm going to hit the button that says View in Find My App, which takes me to the Find My app, which is where we can actually locate the AirTag, play the sound in the AirTag, or find the AirTag locally. So let me talk about the two key differences when it comes to the new AirTags. First of all, they have a new Ultra Wideband chip, which is supposed to make finding your AirTags much easier when you're searching for them locally, let's say in your house or inside of a room. So let's test that out. I set both AirTags in my living room. I did a simple test to find them. First, the original AirTag. I walked into my front door and it still couldn't see the tag yet. It wasn't until I was about 20 feet away that it actually connected and located the tag, at which point the arrows did a great job of leading me right to the tag. Same test with the new updated Gen 2. Before I even opened the front door fully, it found the tag 44 feet away. Also, of course, leading me with the arrow right to the AirTag. Huge difference though. Nearly double the range compared to the original AirTag. The second major difference is the speaker inside the AirTags, which you use to send out a sound when you're trying to track down your AirTags. They say the new AirTag has a louder speaker. So let's test it out. Here's the original AirTag. And here is the Gen 2 speaker. With my ears, anecdotally, the new Generation 2 definitely sounded louder. It almost sounded like a little bit of a different pitch that maybe pierced a little bit more, so you'd pick it up further across the room. So it probably is louder, but it also seems to have a different tone that just frankly sounds louder. The new AirTags are definitely new and improved, no question about that, but I do think Gen 2 is the right name for it because fundamentally it's the exact same product, the same AirTag that you've already been using, it's just the second generation. It's got new and improved features, but doesn't necessarily replace the first one. So should you go out and upgrade all your existing AirTags? I don't think you should, not necessarily. While the louder speaker is nice and the improved local finding is nice, it depends on your usage. So if you use AirTags within your house often to track down a lost remote, for example, well, that would make sense. You might want to go out and do an upgrade because the improved local finding would make a huge difference for that. But if you use AirTags to attach them to your luggage or your backpack, well, then the improved local finding probably won't make that much of a difference and you don't necessarily need the update. I also tested typical tracking features with both tags and found that when you're not in local range, when they're away from you, they performed pretty much exactly the same in terms of tracking your tags outside of your home. In my testing, they almost showed up in the exact same spot every single time when I had them traveling together. I didn't see any difference in this performance between the new one and the old one. Which brings me to my final point, and I think the most important point that a lot of AirTag owners don't truly understand. An Apple AirTag is not a GPS tracker. I know what you're thinking. Well, yeah, that's exactly what they are. No, they're not. In fact, an AirTag doesn't even have a GPS chip inside of it at all. Because if it did, the battery wouldn't last more than a couple of days, whereas the batteries last for months in these AirTags. So then how the heck does an AirTag work? Well, it uses Bluetooth. And as it's traveling around, it connects via Bluetooth to other people who own iPhones. They never know it because it all happens in the background. It uses that iPhone's connection to report the AirTag ID and the location of the AirTag to its best ability back to the servers. Without an iPhone connection nearby, this thing can't talk to Apple servers at all. It doesn't have a way of communicating, and again, it doesn't even have a GPS chip inside of it. Generally speaking, that's not an issue. There's a gazillion iPhones in this world, so in most cities, in most neighborhoods, anywhere you go for the most part, there are going to be people with iPhones nearby that the tag is able to connect to and then report back to the server. But if you lost this thing in the middle of a cornfield in Ohio, well, you'd pretty much be screwed because without a nearby iPhone for the AirTag to connect to, it's basically a chunk of plastic. It's useless. I think it's really important that AirTag users understand what an AirTag is and what an AirTag isn't. So for example, if you lived in a town full of Android phones, this thing wouldn't do you any good, but there really isn't a town full of Android phones. There's iPhones in every town across America. That's not to say the AirTags don't serve a purpose. I'm not trying to knock these things. I just want to make sure that people know exactly what they can do and what they can't do. And for the price, $30, even cheaper when you get them on sale or in a multi-pack, there's no easier and better way for iPhone users to keep track of their stuff, their backpacks, their luggage. I think these things are a great idea. And the nice thing is, Generation 2 just kicks up those features a couple notches. I can't recommend these things enough. If you're an iPhone user, unfortunately, they do not work with Android phones at all. So if you're on Android, you'll have to look for something else like a tile tracker or another company's tracker. I hope this was helpful, guys. Throw a comment below. I'd love to hear the unique ways you're using Apple AirTags, and if you think the Gen 2 is an AirTag that you'll be looking to upgrade to or maybe shop for when you're out there looking for new AirTags. And do me a huge favor. This helps me grow here on YouTube and it lets me know which videos you guys like. Subscribe to my channel. I would love it so much if you did that. Just click that button underneath the video. I've got a lot more cool unboxings, tech reviews, and demos for you coming your way right here on the channel on YouTube. Tech it before you wreck it. I'm Kirk.